I was right about there. We go.
I think if I didn't get relish on it, they would have been okay.
Yeah.
But because
when I watched the commercial, I'm like, I wonder if you can get it just a hot dog.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think it was because like I scraped some of the shit off and like was just eating the hot dog, and it was good. You know, it tastes like a regular hot dog. It wasn't bad. So, but then I downed 3 of them in a row, and then I didn't feel very good at all.
Well, man, you ate three of them after like scraping all the crap off?
Yeah. Well, I ate one of them with the crap on, and I scraped the crap off another one, and the third one I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna eat it, and whatever slides off while I'm trying to eat it, that's what I'm not gonna eat. And it's fun. Is this muted with the red light on?
Red light's supposed to be on. We're good.
Okay. So, so today's hot dog day. So that's why.
National Hot Dog Day was like, it just happened like a couple of weeks ago.
I had no idea.
But you were working, so now that you're off, you can enjoy it.
Yeah, I told my girlfriend that I was like, I want to do hot dog day on vacation. And she brought over those. And I was like, holy fuck.
Well, I just got a text from Grant. I got to answer. He says, hey, I'm on a date right now. Sorry, I forgot to tell you.
With who?
A girl, I'm guessing.
He's not dating Chris anymore?
Oh, you didn't know that?
No.
Oh, my God. I got to talk to you later.
I've been away for a long time.
That's right. Jesus Christ. I can't believe that. That's funny.
Yeah, I'm on a date. Yeah, you and Chris are dating. Of course you're on a date. I didn't know. Just like I didn't know that there wasn't going to be a movie night a couple weeks ago. Nobody bothered to fucking tell me.
I sent the text. Well, the group text. I should have done is individually text you.
It's all right. I wasn't even thinking that I was right around your north because the week before was like July 4th that I missed, but then the week before that we were talking and I was like, are you the one July 4th? And then in 2 weeks we'll get right back on track. So then it was like 2 weeks and I was like, oh sweet, I didn't miss anything. I get right back in the flow of it.
Are you caught up or no?
No, I'm just that week behind.
Oh, okay.
Because it was just the. Oh wait, no. I guess I'm 2 weeks now. Yeah. But I can catch up tomorrow. I'll come over maybe earlier before the.
Yeah, that's fine. That's totally fine. All right, let's start this podcast.
All right. Oh, can I do the Pokemon? I have a tablet to do that.
Can I do the Pokemon? I have a tablet. Yeah, it's right here if you want to do it. Can you handle that one? Yeah. So after that, you just scroll down to get the other information. Are you sure you're ready?
I've done it. How do I get rid of this thing? Here, I closed it.
3, 2, 1. GoNintendo podcast episode. Oh boy, 571.
571.
The Zoroark podcast.
All right, Zoroark, pronounced Zoroark, is a dark type Pokemon. It evolves from Zorua, starting at level 30. Both and Zorua were the first Generation V Pokemon to be revealed to the public on February 10th, 2010. Zoroark initially debuted as a silhouette before being revealed in full. All right, this guy, Zoroark, he's bipedal, he's gray-brown, he's a fox-like Pokemon with crimson and black accents.
This is one of the few Pokemon that if you say the name, I know what it looks like. I don't know why, but I just know that one. Because it's so cool looking. Did
you know it had a pointed snout?
Yes,
and ears with red insides?
I can picture it perfectly.
It also has some red rimming its eyes and mouth. I thought I was going to say some red rimming around its eyes and mouth. No, red rimming its eyes and mouth. It has a large red voluptuous mane. It's not voluptuous, it's voluminous. Mane with black tips.
Voluptuous.
Voluptuous works too. It uses a Pantene Pro V on its mane. Keeps it voluptuous. And it somewhat resembles a ponytail, as a teal bangle down its length separates a mass of the mane from the lower portion. It has a black ruff on its upper body, pointed at the shoulders, from which its arms extend. Its upper arms are thin, whereas its lower arms are still slim but
Why did it
bulkier.
sound like a pony?
Their arms have spiky extensions of fur at the elbows, and it has red claws on its hands and feet. Its eyes are red, rimmed, and light blue, blah, blah, blah. All right. Did you know that it can create illusions that are indistinguishable from reality,
I did not.
deluding many people simultaneously? It can even create illusionary landscapes in the forests where it dwells to hide its territory and protect its den.
Yet stupid enough to be caught in Pokeballs.
Yeah. Well, it is incapable of physically changing itself into another form.
Oh.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Wait a minute. This Pokemon just doesn't make sense.
It's incapable of physically changing itself into another form. It is merely capable of casting illusions, period.
Yes.
When a Zoroark takes the form of a human, comma,
Wait a minute. So, like, what, putting on a trench coat or something?
it is capable of human speech. So maybe it just makes an illusion in the form of a human, not physically changing itself. I don't know. That just seems confusing.
I'm still confused.
It can make convincing illusions of attacks, and these illusions are extremely realistic, enough to fool even cameras.
Not cameras. They're the smartest technology we have.
And then he's one of the only Pokemon, along with its Zorua pre-evolution, capable of learning night days.
Oh,
and he lives in groups where unity is strong.
Unity!
And it can hold grudges on those who harm its loved ones.
Jesus Christ, how much is there about this Pokemon?
We're almost done. It'll hide its young in its mane to protect them and carry them around. And there are stories that say Zoroark punishes those who attempt to catch it by trapping them in an illusion.
Forever?
Probably. It does hold a grudge. Does hold grudges. All right, that's about it.
All right, that's it.
Yeah, that's enough on him.
Thanks for the Pokemon, Luke. So today I was saying it was going to be an all-guys show, and it is. Just I thought there were going to be. I thought there was going to be another guy here, but he just dropped out. So it's just me and Luke today. But I mean, there's plenty of Nintendo news to talk about, but today's going to be an extra exciting show for reasons that I didn't even know until a couple minutes ago. So I don't know if you know this about YouTube, but there's those YouTube personalities, and they're all about trying weird foods, and it gets them millions of views, and has nothing to do with what their channel really is. They just want to get people to watch them. And turns out that's what we're going to do a little bit of today. Luke found two. I haven't even heard of these. I haven't seen them anywhere. I haven't seen videos. Two really weird food things that I guess we'll give a shot just for the hell of it. What do you want to do first?
Well, I was planning on. I definitely got to do this one.
Okay, well, go ahead.
My super day.
Let's do it.
All right, so a little backstory on this. I'm on vacation this week. Started today, and I declared today hot dog day for my vacation. So I was only eating I told my girlfriend I'm only going to eat hot dogs today. She instantly wanted to throw up in her mouth a little bit, but I said no, I'm doing it. Just hot dogs. So yesterday when I got home, she came over and she brought me this, which is hot dog flavored Pringles.
Hot dog Pringles. I imagine just opening the can and smelling it is going to be bad. Like, it's just not as. I wish I didn't know what they were, and you were like, "Smell this."
So I've already eaten 3 Burger King grilled dogs today with all the toppings, and I'm not quite feeling too well to begin with, but we're doing this.
Colma wants to know if hot dog day also includes buns, or is it just the hot dog?
Oh, well, I did have buns in my Burger King.
Then buns are included. And condiments, are they allowed? Yes.
Yeah. I had ketchup, mustard, onions, relish, whatever that slop they put on their hot dogs are. So big reveal. Oh God!
Boy.
It does not smell.
That doesn't smell like a hot dog at all. It doesn't smell like something I would eat. Oh God.
2 of them.
Well, all right. One kind of smells a little bit like a hot dog by itself. Oh. But it smells like a hot dog with stuff all over it.
Yeah. It does taste like it has toppings on it. It's real weird. It's real weird. It's like hot dog dust.
Yeah, exactly. It tastes like a Pringle. But you get like a hot dog burp aftertaste.
Yeah.
Well, Pringles, you've done it again. It's not as gross as I thought it would be. I wouldn't sit down and eat them. I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, give me a handful of hot dog Pringles. But yeah, my mouth tastes like a hot dog now. That's weird.
Yeah, it was. It is an exclusive flavor. My girlfriend said she got it at a Wawa here in New Jersey.
Yeah, it's definitely a hot dog with stuff all over it.
I'm gonna eat this the whole time.
It tastes like a hot dog smells. That's the best way I can put it. You get essence of hot dog. Well, like I said,
just licking it's even weirder. Like licking the flavor off.
Wasn't as weird as I thought, but definitely still weird. All right, we'll do the other one later.
Yeah.
No new Parents Play this week, sadly. It was supposed to be the week that it came back, but it didn't because we recorded a whole video and it ended up not working at all. I don't know what happened, but the video was corrupted right from the beginning, and I spent a good hour, if not hour and a half, trying to salvage the video and find ways to fix corrupted videos, and it just didn't happen. They played Bonk's Adventure, and it was... I mean, I like a lot of the episodes, but this one was a really good episode. Even my parents both said they liked the episode, but it's lost forever. I don't know if we'll do Bonk again.
Yeah, it's tough to ever have trying to recreate it because you just can't.
Yeah, you can't get that first time feeling back, and now they know what they're doing. But I did use a save state, so they did use a save state, so it is saved right where they were last time they made it to World 2. So I don't know, maybe I'll give it a shot. But yeah, so I've been updating software and giving things a try to figure out what the hell the issue is. Nothing has changed on my laptop. There hasn't been an update since the last time we did it. Everything stayed exactly the same. I honestly don't know what caused the problem, so I apologize, but we'll try it again next week. They'll play something next week. Might actually be a Castlevania game unless we try Bonk again. And also, I was more excited than usual to do the new episode because I have new curtains in my game room, and
new curtains.
They dampen the sound a lot, so there was a lot less echo, and it was much better for recording. And I was like, oh, I can't wait to see how this hears, and now I still don't know.
I can't wait to see
how
this hears.
I can't wait to hear how this hears. So we'll see what happens next week. Hopefully I'll have the issues all figured out. Seems like anything video game related for me is falling apart. I had the Retron blow up on me. I have the video recording stuff. So the Retron still works, but it doesn't play NES games.
But aren't they coming out with that new NES though? Yeah, they're redoing the NES.
Yeah, but it's like this small, and it doesn't use cartridges.
And they're all
it has
preloaded.
Games in it. Yeah. I have another newer, not an NES, like a clone of an NES somewhere here. I have to find a plug, but it's not HDMI and blah, blah, blah. But so it still plays the other stuff, like it'll play Genesis and Game Boy and Super Nintendo and all that. But you remember? Man,
I really wanted to try to do Robin Hood this week too.
Oh, we can do it. Yeah, I have 8 NESs here. I just liked the HDMI one, but that's what I'm going to do today. At some point, I'm going to dig out that other one that I have somewhere. Were you here when Stranger was here playing stuff during the podcast?
No.
She was playing Mickey Mousecapades and Contra or whatever.
Yeah, no.
But she went to go take the game out and couldn't get it out because she had no idea how to do it. So she was pulling it extra weird. I don't want to blame her because it's definitely hard to get the games out. I don't want to blame her, but I completely understand that. But you have to pull from the side, smooth, even pressure. When I saw her doing it, I was like, no, do it like this. So then, I was trying.
Daddy, take the game out for me.
I was trying an NES game later, and I went to take it out, and when I took it out, literally, the little pins, 3 pins flew out of the system, and I was like, oh, well, I put a game in, nothing.
Yeah.
But yeah, all the other things work so far. So yeah, I don't know what's up with the video equipment. I'll have to check that out. Like I said, I've been updating stuff. I haven't had time to try a test recording, but we'll get it figured out. There is a new Egg Busters today. I think it's Pokemon related. I got the email from Austin. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet, but I'm pretty sure it's Pokemon related. So you can go check that out on Austin's YouTube channel. Just search for That One Show Fun and it'll come up, or you can search for Egg Busters and it'll come up that way as well. So go check that out. We'll be posting that on GoNintendo on Monday, but you'll need to wait for that. You can go watch it now. And thank you to you guys for being so nice to Austin and enjoying his content, because I know he works really hard on it. And we're happy to share it with you guys. So don't wait. Go watch it now. There was something else. I don't remember. Whatever. All right, let's do some top stories. Oh, that's what it was. You show up for the podcast. It's NPD.
Is it really?
Yes, it's NPD.
And I got to do this by myself.
Yeah, that's right. But you got some time to prepare. This week's European downloads. What did Europe get on the Wii U and 3DS? They got a Kirby Planet Robobot demo. They also got Fire Emblem Fates Map Pack 2 DLC. Fire Emblem Fates, Another Gift from Anna, which is free. And then the following are paid. Fire Emblem Fates 1, In Endless Dreams. Fire Emblem Fates 2, Realms Collide. And Fire Emblem Fates 3, The Changing Tide. That's all DLC, story DLC. Adventure Labyrinth Story is available on 3DS. Ninja Smasher is available as well. Fresh take on ninja-based action games. Use your ninja to battle the monster army. Ninja dashing, ninjas jumping, ninjas slashing. Get ready for some excitement in your life with this fast-paced action game filled with a type of exhilarating energy that only ninjas possess. From katanas to throwing knives to ninjutsu, you must master your ninja skills in order to save the kidnapped princess.
Oh, Kidnapped Princess. That's familiar.
No, that's never been in the game before. Defend Your Crypt is also available on 3DS. Is that 3DS? No, that's Wii U. Wait, are these Wii U? What's going on here? No, this is 3DS. Yeah, it's 3DS. Sorry. New 3DS only is Wind Up Night 2. So you have to have a new 3DS or a new 3DS XL to play that. Can't get that on regular 3DS or 2DS. Wii U got Mario Sonic and the Rio 2016 Olympic Games demo. That's a free demo, so you can try out. This doesn't tell you what games are in the demo, but whatever, it's free. A Shadow's Tale is available. That's the Hudson game that was on the Wii about light and dark and shadows and platforming and all that stuff. Defend Your Crypt is, oh, that's why I was confused. Defend Your Crypt is available on Wii U and 3DS. Dream and Me, Buddy, no, what the hell? Buddy and Me Dream Edition is available on Wii U.
My buddy.
That's what I think of when I read it. That's exactly what I thought. Hot Rod Racer is available. Jewel Quest is available. Toon Tanks is available. Want to be a tank commander?
How's that burp taste? It's a hot dog.
That's exactly what it tastes like. Want to be a tank commander?
I
Toon
do.
Tanks is a simple yet challenging top-down shooter game for the Wii U. The goal of Toon Tanks is to destroy every enemy tank on, well, I should say this. I'll read it exactly how they wrote it. The goal of Toon Tanks is to destroy every enemy tanks on each level.
Huh.
When you blew up the last one, you go next level with harder enemies. The game features 80 levels in 4 different worlds.
So it's kind of like,
6
is it like
enemy
Wii
types.
Tanks?
Have fun. That's what I'm thinking, because now I actually want to see what it's like.
When they said top down, that's all I could think of now.
That We Play Tanks game was amazing. We played that for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would play that. You know, how hard is it to copy that type of game? Like, how much can this screw
It doesn't seem very hard.
First comment comes from, oh, yeah, I meant this. That's the other thing I want to talk about. First comment comes from Nintendo 2Cop, and he says, another dreadful week in so many ways. For our IRC people, if you're in here chatting, the ads on the site have a refresh rate, which isn't something that gets in people's way too much when you're reading the regular site, but when you're just sitting on one page for a very long time, it gets in your way. So I talked to T27 Duck about removing those ads just from the IRC page, so you guys could just sit there and enjoy without your screen bouncing around or refreshing. And he managed to do that within like a 5-minute turnaround. So if you are in the IRC right now and you want to get rid of the ads, all you have to do is refresh your page once and they will be gone. Yeah, we're gonna skip that because a study showed that mobile users are spending more time with Pokemon Go than Facebook. So is this fun? When is this?
Yeah, Pokemon Go
What's
is
today? What's today's date?
the 23rd.
This is far. What the hell? Hold on a second. Somebody right.
I don't know. It's
Oh, did
23rd. I was right.
Did I go the wrong way? Do I not know how to use my site? I did. What the hell am I doing?
We're gonna talk about Pokemon Go this week.
Well, yes, we will.
It's
but
like something big. Like a big game.
yes,
People
it's
like
big.
playing that crap.
You like that crap? Here we go. This is right. Pokemon Go makes Nintendo's stock the most traded Japanese stock in any one day for this entire century.
Oh yeah.
So it set a milestone for not just Nintendo, but for Japan's stocks in general. Pokemon Go last week left its mark on the Tokyo stock market history. Traded $4.5 billion worth of shares on Friday, the biggest daily turnover for any company in the index for this
We
century.
traded all those Pokemon.
Yes, traded 4.5 billion Pokemon. So they took the record from Tokyo Electric, and I mean, we all know the story there, so I won't bore you with it. But yeah, now Nintendo's got a new bit of history under their belt. First comment comes from Alley Cat Blues, and he says, "Riding those waves, man. Happy for them since the game has been the single most talked about topic since launch. I hope damn sure there's a Pokemon Stadium online coming to the NX, and you can bring over your already banked Pokemon. They need to steer this ship right." Well, we'll see what happens. And I didn't say hi to anybody in the chat. Hello, Mitchy Mouse, and Hey Duda, and Steel Diver, and Colma, and Plombo Mobile, and Roth, and SD Sick here, and Link Triforce, and whoever else I'm missing in there. Thank you for joining us. And Hey Duda, I am, and I will talk about it later. So there's this company, Pixart, and
Pixar, we know, they make movies.
Pixart. I love Pixart movies. And they're working with the NX in some way. And we're not sure exactly what they're providing, but they're definitely providing something in the hardware space. So here's specifically what the article says. Pixart Imaging has been ramping up shipments of its CMOS-based heart rate monitoring solution. Company's sensor uses all this crap. Transmits LED light waves into the skin and measures the response change caused by absorption due to pulsating arterial blood. Pixart is expected to complete tape-out chips supporting virtual reality technology by 2016's end. Adding the chips will support next-generation Nintendo NX gaming machines. So both of these things were mentioned in a single article. And I don't know if it's just an article about Pixart and talking about what they do, or if both of these things are going to be some sort of element of the NX. My understanding is, at the very least, the virtual reality discussion is related to NX. There's some sort of virtual reality stuff going on with Pixart and Nintendo for the NX. As for the heart monitoring stuff, I don't know, because, you know, Nintendo's doing that quality of life thing. So that could certainly be an element. And we've seen stuff released for previous Nintendo systems where that stuff was discussed. And if you'll remember, the Vitality sensor as well, which was something in the works for the Wii that never came out. So I don't know if it's both things or if it's just one. And obviously Nintendo's not talking about it, so we're going to have to wait. G-Man starts the first comment, and it's a picture of the Vitality sensor. So yeah, Nintendo hasn't said like it's dead. They just said it's not at a point where they're ready to release that kind of stuff. So maybe they've made some progress. There's a study this week that claims that playing Mario Kart can make you a better real-life driver.
Whoa.
Better at avoiding Koopa shells and bananas and bombs. Your usual roadway litter. Let's see.
I like taking my car off those ramps.
That's right.
I always aim for the speed boost when I'm driving.
And then the hang glider pops out of your car. Participants in the study were randomly assigned to either an action video game group or a control group, and they completed a total of 10 one-hour training sessions. The action video game group was trained by playing Mario Kart using a steering wheel controller to drive a go-kart on a track. The control group played Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 using a mouse and keyboard. The two games featured similarly complex visual scenes and were both relatively easy to learn. Importantly, the two groups showed similar levels of engagement with the games and similar improvement in performance overall. The data showed that playing Mario Kart improved participants' visual-motor control skills on the target dot task after 5 hours of training. They even showed greater improvement after 10 training sessions. Those who played Roller Coaster Tycoon showed no such improvement over time.
But they did get much better at building roller coasters.
Yes, yes. Now they can all build roller coasters on their own in their backyards.
Amusement park jobs.
Right. After they all had epiphanies and were like, I want to work in a theme park. I need to build roller coasters. I got this idea for a roller coaster. It goes up way high and it goes into a loop and then the track just ends and people fly off and die. Cephalagod says, if only there were some parallel parking segments in Mario Kart. Parallel parking makes me so nervous. Jesus, I can't even tell you the last time I did it.
I'd rather drive like
Right?
20 more minutes to find a spot than try to parallel park.
I would definitely do that, and I've done that before. I'll see spots and I'll be like, nope, not even gonna try.
I'm like, I'll go 2 blocks.
I'll loop
there's
around.
a spot way up that hill. Like I'll walk. Whatever.
Mom Brain will do it. She'll give it a shot. She likes the challenge, but right when she gets into it, she gets nervous. So she's like, oh, and, because everybody's like watching and beeping eventually and all that crap. We're not going to do that. Ubisoft says that what they've seen on the NX is really great.
Just great.
This is Ubisoft CEO. Boy, how do you say this guy's name? Vez Guimont. Let's say that. On the NX, what we have seen is really great. So we think having a new machine coming is going to help the industry to continue to grow and take lots more casual players back into the industry. I'm guessing you guys had a fight about this with your, I knew it, with your ratings for the story because it was rated an overall +1, which usually means there's some kind of fight going on. Yes, you guys were fighting. So there's just one more positive vote than there is a negative vote. So it almost stayed at 0. And I'm guessing the negative votes are about Ubisoft in general, as well as them mentioning bringing back casual people. So let's see if I'm right. First comment or top rated comment comes from he quotes Mr. Guimont and says to take lots more casual players back in the industry, and he posts an animated GIF showing his displeasure for casual players coming back. So. Eve, says SD Sekiro. Eve Guimont. That's how you say his name. Now I know. Eve. His name is spelled Y-V-E-S. Eve.
Y-V-E-S.
If your name is Eve, it should be E-V-E. Spell it like us, damn it! I've heard the guy's name a million times, and I forget, or I forgot it was pronounced like that. So it's my fault. Speaking of another guy that I can't pronounce his name, Mr. Al Newman is talking about how Nintendo wants him to create a new IP. Because, he works on Zelda, and then they're like, hey, you finished Zelda, good job. You want to make Zelda? And it goes on forever. He's like the what's his face? Sakurai of Zelda.
So Smash Brothers? Make another Smash Brothers.
Mr. Al Newman talked to Edge, the magazine Edge, not the wrestler Edge. Yeah, that's really funny. I didn't even think of that until now. That's a conversation that will likely never, ever happen. He talked to the magazine Edge, and in this interview, he says, Nintendo has been telling me to create a new IP, but then they're also telling me to make more Zelda games. I can't really share much. I'm not sure I'm allowed to say anything, but I really like the idea of a game where I can live as a thief. That's all I'll say.
Game. Yes.
So when Nintendo people say something like that, it means they're already working on it. So, it could be like 6 years from now we'll end up seeing something. But there you go. He likes the idea of a game where he can live as a thief. So that's some sort of idea that they're toying around with. And, if I know my Nintendo, he'll work on something original and they'll be like, hey, you should make that character someone from Zelda. That should be Sheik. Make that Sheik or something like that. We'll see what happens, but yeah, I would imagine it's going to be very long.
Ganondorf's a thief, right?
That's for sure, Ganondorf. I imagine it's going to be very long until we hear anything like that. G-Man Sir says, I bet Metroid fans will get butt mad if Nintendo wants Retro to make a new IP. Well, Metroid fans are already butt mad because they don't like Federation Force. Like King Broly, like our friend King Broly, who's always angry about everything, but very angry about Metroid. Mr. Al Newman also talked about Zelda Breath of the Wild as far as delays, how it changes up to formula, and open-ended puzzles. This, again, comes from that Edge interview. And he says, we have these milestones during development. I play the game, then give my staff comments, my advice on what direction they should be heading in. At one of those milestones, the game was fantastic. There are so many great elements, but at the next milestone, that was all gone. I'd made a lot of comments about what they needed to add, but I never told them what I thought was good about the game at that milestone. So they added stuff that I recommended, but they also added some other elements they thought would work well, and that ended up breaking all the good parts of the previous build. I learned that way. I learned that when it's good, I have to say so. If I'd managed that, maybe development wouldn't have extended quite so much. So he's taking blame for the delay. He's saying, I told them what else I needed, but I didn't tell them what was good, and they screwed it up, and it's my fault. As far as changing the formula for Zelda, he says, there's a form of Japanese theater called kabuki. A kabuki master would say, in order to break the mold, you have to know the mold. Often when I speak to Mr. Miyamoto about a problem, that's the feedback he'll give me. You don't understand the mold here. That's why it's no good. We got a lot of feedback from people that played Skyward Sword. There were these pockets of worlds that players were able to dive into, but they really wanted to see what was in between those worlds, all the hidden elements that they weren't able to see. I thought that was really natural for Zelda fans who like to explore to uncover little secrets. We realized that we needed to make this free, open-air world. And then as far as puzzles being open-ended in some regard, he says, in past titles, if a player found a different solution to the one we'd intended, we'd call it a bug. But for this title, we've created puzzles with multiple solutions. Even battles against enemies have a puzzle element. You can push a rock off a cliff and defeat them that way, or have bees chase them away so that you can sneak up and take their weapons. Even if it's a strong enemy, there's a lot of strategies, and it's not just about battling.
Like when I used the ball and chain to defeat those eye laser monsters instead of shooting them with a bow and arrow.
Right. Well,
I guess that was a glitch.
I was going to say, back then, that was a glitch. Hello, Kid Ice, now known as Ice. First comment comes from G-Man-Star, and he says, that shirt looks very good on him. He comments about the picture. I mean, it's a nice shirt. Blue.
Oh, yeah,
it looks nice.
Sure.
It's the Zelda blue shirt.
I'm glad that was the first comment.
G-Man-Star is always on top of that stuff. So Pokemon Go, as of July 19th, so this is obviously up since then. I'm going to sneeze. Go on. Oh, come on. God damn it. As of July 19th, the game had made $35 million in revenue, and 30 million people had downloaded it worldwide. iPhone owners in the U.S. alone are spending roughly $1.6 million on the game every single day. And it was the top-grossing app in the 36.9 billion mobile gaming sector in the entire iOS and Android app market. So yeah, Nintendo, I should say Niantic, Pokemon Company, Apple, and Nintendo are all making some bank off of this game. So it certainly seems right now like there's plenty of money to go around. First comment comes from Lewd Party, and he says, I seriously was hesitant on putting down a few bucks because those times it froze on me while catching, of all things, rare Pokemon. But then I said, what the heck? And gave them some anyway. I was surprised at how quickly people come to the spot when you play some module lore. And thank you, too.
Yeah. I got to watch that crap all day long at work. Yeah. I'm like, put your goddamn phone away, stop catching Squirtles, and get back to effing work.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's part of the job. You're a Pokemon trainer all day. It doesn't stop. Can't get Pokemon Go on your phone?
No.
Pokemon Go becomes the fastest mobile game to 10 million worldwide downloads. That's the fastest mobile game to reach that mark ever. So this comes from Sensor Tower. They're a data analysis company, and they have analyzed 12 hit mobile games on iOS and Android that have all surpassed 10 million downloads worldwide across both platforms. and they calculated the number of days from their launch that it took them to reach 10 million. So these are games that were previous record holders until Pokemon Go took it over. Rayman Adventures hit 10 million in 183 days. Fallout Shelter did it in 123. Color Switch in 77. Disney Crossy Road in 67. Mobile Strike in 55. Stack in 41. Hungry Shark World in 40. Slither.io in 29. Farm Heroes Super Saga in 20. Angry Birds 2 in 19. Candy Crush Jelly Saga in 12. The previous record holder, Clash Royale, in 9, and now Pokemon Go took 7 days to achieve it.
What is Clash Royale?
I show commercials for it on TV. I was going to say they show commercials for it on the phone, but I couldn't tell you what the hell it is. G-Manstar again has the first comment, and he says Nintendo is still doomed. Yep, always doomed. Well, we'll have to see what game can manage to hit 10 million downloads worldwide in less than 7 days. What brands are big enough to do that? There's been plenty of Star Wars games. It hasn't happened. There's Disney stuff and it hasn't happened.
Maybe if Farmville was still big, and they came out with something that might have been able to do it.
What are you talking about? Farmville's still huge.
Yeah.
You're not playing Farmville every day on Facebook?
Mafia Wars.
Mafia Wars.
Yeah, Angry Birds. They always say Angry Birds 2 is on there, right?
Yes, Angry Birds 2 took 19 days to hit 10 million.
Yeah, forget it.
Not even close.
It's got to be something that's.
Oh, Flappy Bird. Yeah, that's not on the list here.
What about
What about porn?
Maybe what I'm trying to think of something that's big in China or Japan, because
that's a good.
That's
point.
where you're gonna get
a lot of mobile.
Yeah.
What's big in China? Rip-offs of our popular games. That's what's big. We have another 10 million milestone. Yokai Watch in Japan, the franchise, has broken 10 million sold. So every Yokai Watch game combined, the whole entire franchise has sold 10 million units in Japan alone. The numbers from the United States or North America have not been included, but the tally for Japan is at 10,438,903. So like I said, that includes all entries. So that's the mainline entries and the spin-offs, including Yokai Watch Busters and even stuff like Yokai Watch Just Dance. All those are factored in to the top or into the 10 million. The game is having trouble, or I should say the franchise is having trouble here in the States. It can't seem to hit a stride. Even though Level 5 has said that the sales here for the first game are pretty much what happened in Japan, and they think things are really going to take off with the second one. They got all their partners behind them. Hasbro's ready for the next line of toys. Disney's going to show the next part of the anime. So, hello, Bacon Bits. So we'll see what happens. Roth just came up with the next big mobile game.
Corn Crush.
Corn Crush.
I like it.
Here's some sad news. A young man was shot while playing Pokemon Go. I like how you laugh.
I was on the YouTubes the other day, and one of the videos was top 5 accidents people had while playing Pokemon Go, and I saw a lady in a coma. And I didn't watch the video because
I don't have time for that. I go on YouTube to read the titles.
But I did laugh.
I didn't watch it because I don't care for videos. Yeah, I don't know. I can imagine a guy being top 5 accidents Pokemon Go. Number 1, someone's dead. Thanks for subscribing. Watch my future videos. Yeah, this guy, 18-year-old Jerson Lopez, and unfortunately, he wasn't doing anything wrong while playing. I know, well, all right. I know people are trespassing when they play, but that's still not a reason for them to be killed. I understand if you trespass, you could get shot, sure, but I'm not he went over there to catch Pokemon, he deserves it. But this guy wasn't doing anything. He was just playing the game, and somebody had set up a lure. And if you don't know what lures are, they're little modules in the game. You'll see them with pink confetti blowing out of them, and that lures attract more Pokemon to that area, so you have a better chance of catching stuff. So he saw that there was a lure when he was out, and he went over to it. And unfortunately for him, it was some really crappy people that put out the lure so they could just hijack people and steal whatever cash they had on them, but they ended
Oh
up killing
man,
the guy.
really?
Yeah.
What
Yep.
a bunch of dicks!
I know, right?
Holy
It's been
crap.
happening. It's been there
Like
was,
a real life lure. Like,
yes.
I'm gonna use this lure in the game
That's
as
exactly
a
what it
lure to
was.
lure people over here, so I could beat the crap out of them and
Yeah.
rob them.
There was
Holy crap.
2 guys who did 10 armed robberies like that. They set up a lure at night and just let people come up to them, and they got out of their car and shook them down, like had guns and were like, "Give me all you got."
Oh my god!
Luckily, those people got away. Sadly, this guy didn't. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, as sad as it is, it goes to show you how insane it is with the game right now. Like,
Yeah.
if you go down here in Clinton, like 5 or 6 of the retailers have out lures so they can get people to like come in and check out their stuff.
People do it like in my freaking my employees are doing it in this. That's what I'm saying, man. I can't get away from it because like there's freaking mobs of kids running around.
You know, your employees come in and they're like, "All right, which one of us is going to put a lure out today?" And then they walk around and instead of working, they're doing that.
I know. That's what I have to say. I'm like, put your goddamn phones away. Like,
I thought you were saying they were just playing, but the fact that there's lures that work is great.
And then you see like a million kids like run into one side of the store. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, what?
Hello, Vash. So yeah, we're sad to report the news, but like I said, unfortunately, as far as I know, this is the only person that was killed. But unfortunately, this is not the first time that people have been using Pokemon Go for nefarious reasons. So our heart goes out to Mr. Lopez's family and friends and whoever else is impacted by his loss. And hopefully those assholes are caught, because last I heard they got away. Steel Diver says he works at a movie theater and they sent out a message to all employees to stop playing Pokemon Go. Mike in Television says, it should be noted that this happened in Guatemala. Nevertheless, be careful. After all, there was the armed robbery situation in Missouri, so it could happen anywhere. Yes.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, there are bad people everywhere. So just, don't go out at night to play. Like, don't go out at like 2 a.m. if a random lure pops up.
Or
don't go alone.
Bring your own gun.
Bring your own gun. Yeah. Definitely don't go alone. Just be safe about it. Go to big public areas that have a lot of people.
Like Walmart.
Like Walmart. Yeah, go to Walmart. Yeah. So the Pokemon craze continues, and this is actually something that we heard about, I want to say like half a year ago, if not more, that a whole bunch of movie companies were battling for the rights for Pokemon to do a live-action Pokemon movie rather than, there's been the animated line of movies. We're up to like 18 or 19 now, something like that. But this was specifically for rights to a live-action movie. And now, Pokemon Go came out, so the negotiations really went through the roof, and a lot more companies were trying to get in on it. But one of the names that was rumored a while ago actually secured the rights. Legendary Pictures has picked up the rights to a Pokemon movie, and they have already announced what the movie is, and it's going to be fast-tracked for development. It's going to start in 2017. So it's Legendary Pictures and the Pokemon Company are working together on a Detective Pikachu movie.
Detective Pikachu.
So
does he wear a little detective hat?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Like a little sleuth
This
costume?
is based on, obviously, the game that hasn't come out here yet. So I'm sure it will come out in conjunction with the movie. But on top of that, this is also the game that people were desperately calling for Danny DeVito to voice Pikachu. So I don't know. Maybe it could happen now. There's going to be a movie. They need somebody to voice Pikachu, so it could happen.
Can it just be Danny DeVito in a Pikachu costume?
Well, yes, that could happen too. I thought they'd do a CG Pikachu in a live-action movie, but Danny DeVito in a Pokemon or Pikachu.
Can it be Danny DeVito like in the CG like suit, so it's still like him doing the movements and stuff?
He's in the green suit with the balls on. I would pay double the amount to see that without the special effects editing. Just him running around in the suit. Top-rated comment comes from 8-Bit Boy, and he says, starring Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
See? Everybody wants it. He would be fantastic as the voice. I highly doubt they're going to pick him. I'm sure movie executives would find him too abrasive of a voice to do the character, but we'll find out. It's not like he hasn't done kids' movies before. He was in Matilda.
Yeah.
Right? Was it Matilda?
It was. He definitely did Matilda.
Well,
that's
there was some like nepotism there or something. Like his wife was involved with writing. I don't remember what it was. North America, this week's downloads. What did North America get on the Wii U and 3DS? We got Star Fox Zero, The Battle Begins, and a training demo. So you get the full animated short movie and a free demo of the game. There's also a special demo of Star Fox Guard, the other game where you play as, or that involves Grippy and Slippy Toad protecting. It's like a tower defense game, but there's a free demo. Buddy and Me Dream Edition is also available here. Virtual Console on Wii U got Pokemon Ranger, trying to cash in on that Pokemon craze right now.
Oh yeah, why not?
Yeah, I didn't make it a top story, but sales of used Pokemon games are up like 145%.
Oh yeah, you know what else I saw is like Pokemon like porn search like 150.
Over 100%.
Yeah,
Pornhub did a whole thing about it.
Yeah, that's where I saw it. I mean, that's not where I saw it.
I just randomly heard it. Sales on stuff like usual. The theme shop got The Legend of Dark Witch 2 Franzer theme and Animal Crossing New Leaf Swimming in the Sea theme. Then also available is Defend Your Crypt on 3DS, Ninja Smasher on 3DS, Wind Up Night 2 on new 3DS or new 3DS XL. Wii U also got Defend Your Crypt, Humanitarian Helicopter on Wii U, which I have no idea what the hell that is.
Delivering food to people.
And Hot Rod Racer on Wii U as well. Man, Nintendo, you need to show us some footage of Humanitarian Helicopter. Steel Diver says, what is Humanitarian Helicopter?
Delivering food to Camp Rafugi.
And then he says, update, check out the Miiverse page, and almost all the discussions were closed. Who has the power to do that? Do the devs not want to make their game page? Do the devs not want to make their page another funky bar? Well, I don't know what's going on, but now I'm extra curious. There's got to be footage of it out there, right?
Sure.
Nintendo surprised us this week by launching Metroid Prime Blast Ball, which was something we learned about a long time ago. I believe last year's E3 we learned about it, and that's back when it was just called Blast Ball. We didn't know it was Metroid at first. But there's a free Blast Ball download available right now, and it has online multiplayer, obviously. Battle out with online support and even compete with friends who own the full game once it launches. In early September, the multiplayer servers will switch over to support the full game only. So in other words, get the free version now and play it as much as you can until September, because in September, your free version stops working. Mm-hmm. First comment comes from, Gore. Vaunter, and he says, this reminds me of Ghost Recon's stage demo at Ubisoft's press conference. I don't think people get as in tune when playing co-op games. And look, I'm currently playing Metroid 2. Visuals aren't the only thing that makes a Metroid experience, but the co-op angle doesn't convince me. I don't get why all former isolated games need some sort of co-op mode. Also, I kind of feel bad for seeing the dev team as excited for a game so derided by the fan base. Edit. Oh my god, that's Samus's Prime 3 shit. And yeah, I was assuming that was the reason for the art style, but I don't think it's a good selling point to justify an overall compression of a Prime experience. Arg. It really feels that, if anything, we'll have the next entry in 5 years. It does look like an interquel game in the Prime series, like with Hunters. Obviously, lots of people have had a lot to say about Metroid Prime Federation Force. And that's going to continue right up until launch. I just hope that people reviewing it are actually going to give it a fair shake rather than pooping on it right away. Unless it deserves to be pooped on after they play it, then poop on it all you want. So we were talking about the boost that Pokemon Go has given to Pokemon games, but it's giving a boost to Pokemon stuff in general. Mm-hmm. This is specific to UK. We don't have data.
Pokemon porn searches, Pokemon music.
Well, Pokemon Company is talking about this, so they're not going to talk about porn, but the other stuff, yes. These figures are specific to UK. We don't have the data for North America, but it's the same over here.
Yeah, it's going to be relevant.
Sales of 3DS games and hardware in general have jumped over 100% since the game came out. And combined sales of previous Pokemon 3DS games have increased 145% as of last week. And Nintendo has even raised projections for Pokemon Sun and Moon sales now. And they say pre-orders increased over the weekend. And Sun and Moon are currently among the top 10 most pre-ordered games on Amazon. Then there's an apparel licensee, BioWorld Europe, who does Pokemon clothing and stuff like that. And they say it's developing a new line because the current line has been flying out the door. and they have a lot of retailers that are requesting special Pokemon products from them, so they're doing what they can. Pokemon trading card game sales are up by 100%, and this has a lot to do with Pokemon Go as well as the Pokemon 20th anniversary celebration in general. Trading card game sales are up around 8 times the level that was seen back in 2012 and over 100% year on year from 2015. Here's some breakdown of how Pokemon game sales have increased in general. Starting with number 5, Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon has seen a 65% increase in sales. Pokemon Y has seen a 188% increase in sales. Pokemon X has seen a 238% increase in sales. Pokemon Omega Ruby has 148%, as well as Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. So in all, that makes 145% growth for the Pokemon game brand in general. First comment comes from G-Man Sir, and he says, this is exactly what they wanted. Mobile games to boost their hardware and software. Yes, it's exactly what Nintendo said. So then Nintendo has explained and tried to defend the art style for Metroid Prime Federation Force. This comes from a Kotaku interview with Mr. Kensuke Tanabe. Here's his breakdown. We'll see if it makes you feel any better. He says, after completing the development of Luigi's Mansion 2, we started working on this project with development company Next Level Games. At that time, we had many discussions about how to make a multiplayer gameplay experience great on a handheld system. Things like map loading time, the number of enemies we could display at a time, etc. There are many technical hurdles to face, but most of all, the biggest issue was that objects you need to shoot will also be tiny on the small screen of the handheld. That is why we decided to change things up and use a more rounded art style for the characters. If you make the characters more rounded, enemies also become more compact, and you can display larger groups of them. Also, we compress the surrounding terrain vertically based on the character's proportions. So the amount of information we could display on screen really increased. This resulted in a different aesthetic, but we wanted to prioritize providing the best gameplay experience. After that, we tested out a version of this art style, and we confirmed that it definitely offers the best handheld experience in the Metroid Prime world. That's when we gave the go-ahead to proceed in this direction. So they're saying the lack of power of the 3DS really had them trying to twist their minds to figure out a way that they can make the gameplay that they wanted and still have it run appropriately on the 3DS. So that's why they went with the style that they did. You guys give it a negative 4, so you hate it. Program Ninja says, honestly, art style doesn't really matter. While this is more chibi than a normal Metroid game, it won't change the Metroid art style at all. Metroid will stay realistic, and this game will be shown in a realistic art style if it is referred to in any future Metroid Prime games. Just like how the Master Sword's design constantly changes, but it's the same sword throughout the city. If you don't like this art style, then don't worry. It won't ruin the rest of the Metroid Prime series. Nope, that's how it is. One game negates everything that's happened before it. And keep in mind, we're just talking about how the game looks. We're not talking about how it plays. I'm actually super excited for this, and I know you don't really know anything about it, but you would be too. It's the type of game that we like. It's a 4-player co-op squad-based experience where you like actually run around and do stuff together, not like any menus or anything like that.
For what system now?
It's for 3DS.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I have 3DSs. You can play it here.
Yeah, because I'm over here so much.
Well, you do come over here from time to time. You're here right now. All right, here we are.
I gotta leave.
Top 10 NPD.
I'm trying to think. Gosh darn.
This is for June 2016, obviously.
Yeah, so Pokemon Go is not going to be in there.
Pokemon Go, no, because that NPD doesn't even cover mobile. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, Minecraft.
Minecraft is number 10.
NBA.
NBA 2K16 is number 7.
All right. MLB. Something or other. MLB 2016.
No.
NFL 2016.
You mean Madden?
Madden?
No,
NFL Madden?
Let me double check here.
Any Madden?
No Madden. I will tell you we are actually done with sports games.
Oh, boy. All right, GTA 5.
GTA 5. Yes, number 2.
Wow. All right. How about some Call of Duty?
Call of Duty Black Ops 3 is number 8.
All right. How about some what's that? One that's used to. I can't think of anything. How about a Star Wars game?
There is a Star Wars game. Can you be more specific?
Lego Star Wars.
Yes, Lego Star Wars: The Force Awakens, number 3.
Let's see. How about an Assassin's Creed?
No.
A Drake's Fortune game?
Yes, Uncharted 4, A Thief's End.
All right. What number is that?
That's number 6.
All right. Battlefront or Battlefield. I'm sorry.
No.
Oh, no Battlefield. Okay.
Nope.
How about any other Lego Dimensions?
No
Anything?
no other Lego games.
All right. Let's see. How about any kind of Marvel Avengers? Or...
Nope.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna start giving you hints now.
Yeah.
You haven't gotten number 1 yet.
Yeah. And I think I know what it is now. Dark Souls 3.
No, not on here.
Oh shit.
Not even here. It is. It's a Blizzard game.
Oh, World of Warcraft.
Nope.
Really? Is World of Warcraft on? I was thinking that maybe with that movie that came out, because they were giving away
That's
all sorts of games.
No.
And stuff.
It's a first-person game.
There's no Destiny in there, is there?
Destiny is on here. Actually.
Did they have a new
Destiny: The
expansion
Taken King?
Taken King still.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Number 9. Number 1 is Overwatch. Do you know what Overwatch is?
Is that the one with the gorilla? There's a gorilla character.
Yeah.
Damn it, that's the one I couldn't
So
think
that
of.
should have been my hint. It has a gorilla.
I couldn't remember the name.
All right, so you got number 2, Grand Theft Auto. You got number 3, Lego Star Wars. Number 4, you haven't gotten. Number 4, you were watching me play.
Oh, Doom.
Doom, yes.
Yeah.
Number 5, there's only been one other installment in this series. It's about, well, I really liked it. You didn't play it. Kirby really liked it. Dew really liked it. Nikki Hill really liked it.
Life is Strange?
No, but I did. I'm trying to get Dew to play that now. It's about running on rooftops.
Oh, Mirror's Edge.
Mirror's Edge. You got Uncharted, you got NBA, you got Call of Duty, that's it. All right.
I didn't do too bad.
Not
and
bad
Overwatch, I just couldn't remember. I knew it was that gorilla guy game.
Overall you did pretty.
And
good.
I should have known Doom. Mirror's Edge, I would have forgotten.
I'm glad to see Doom. Oh damn it! I'm glad to see Doom still on there. First comment comes from Chicken
I'm
08.
surprised actually Destiny popped back up in there.
Yeah, right.
They must have. There's got to be a new expansion coming out because they're getting close to their 2-year anniversary.
Chicken 008 says, "Whoa, Mirror's Edge is a nice surprise to see on there." I agree. I bet it's gone next month, but it's there now. Pokemon Go officially has more first-week iOS downloads than any other app in history. So if there's an iOS app or game on the App Store for iOS, Pokemon Go has had a better first week than that game. There's no other game that's had a better first week. Sand Reavers says, it's popular, yeah, but I'm still waiting for Sun and Moon, which will be better games.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's objective, isn't it?
No, that's fact.
There's a rumor of a new Mega Man game coming, which would certainly be nice. I'll just give you all the bits of the rumor, but like I said, it's rumor. It'll be based on the upcoming cartoon, which is being worked on by Man of Action, which is the people. I think that's the people that did Ben 10. There will be 2 versions of the game. One is the main version that's developed by Capcom and will be released digitally for Xbox One, Wii U, PS4, Vita, and PC. And the other is being outsourced to an undisclosed company, and that's going to be for 3DS and mobile platforms. That version will have crappier graphics, obviously, and maybe some touch features. It's going to be a 2D platformer, so stays true to that for the series, but it uses high definition graphics. And the man style of naming is being removed, so it's not going to be Airman or Hard Man or Top Man or any of that.
Grown-ass man.
Grown-ass man. They're going to replace them with musical style names like Flare Symphony, Frostbite Sonata, and Saber Waltz. Man. So there's your rumor on Mega Man. And you know what? It may be a rumor, but it's a reason to talk about Mega Man. So I'll go with it.
Jitterbug.
And Kerbals has not only the first comment, but he has the top-rated comment, and it says, "But what if I like awesome things that are awesome?" Well, let's not judge the game yet. The final top story happened just last night.
Whoa.
Sega had their special 25th anniversary event for Sonic the Hedgehog, which I want to say it was like a 3 or 4 hour event. And they started off the event pretty much right in the beginning. They showed a new Sonic game called Sonic Mania, which is old school 2D Sonic, but new. It looks like, Sonic 3 or Sonic 2.
Don't they come out with this all? I feel like every time we talk about a Sonic, they're like, yeah, they're going back to the old school Sonic. It's going to be good. And then every year
so
we have this conversation.
They did, what was it? Sonic, I guess they called it Sonic 4. I don't remember what they called it, where they were going back to side-scrolling, but it was like polygonal and the music was bad. It wasn't good. But like late last year, early this year, Sega was like, listen, we get it. We screwed up Sonic. We've made fans upset. They were like, we want to start fresh. We really promise we're going to do things better this time. We're going to listen to you guys. We're going to do things right. We want to get back to, like, you guys liking us. And, it was nice to hear, but you're like, we'll see what happens. And now we're getting to see this stuff, and so far fans are really excited about it. I'm excited too. But so yeah, they show this off, and it's done by people who really know old school Sonic, and it's got an awesome soundtrack. From what they show in the trailer, it looks great. It has new stuff, and it has reimagined stuff from previous early entries. But that game wasn't listed for any Nintendo. They said that. Steel Diver says Sega said that 50 times already.
That's why we're adding more Big the Cat.
So
says Malik Halo.
So this game wasn't announced for a Nintendo platform, which is sad to see. It's coming out like spring 2017, so maybe there's something there. They
coming out.
Wii U's gonna be dead. No, they just didn't say a Nintendo platform, but they said Xbox One and PS4, and I want to say PC as well. But then they ended the event with something called Project Sonic 2017, and this is the new Sonic Team game. The new, I guess you'd say, current gen Sonic. So it's a 3D Sonic game. And it features Sonic as well as classic Sonic. So they're returning to work together again, like they did in Sonic Generations. So it's a little teaser trailer. And at the end of the teaser trailer, it said it was coming out on Xbox One, PS4, and NX. They specifically said NX. And it's due out holiday 2017. So again, this one is confirmed for NX, Project Sonic 2017. You can go watch the trailer for it right now. As far as Sonic Mania, they haven't said anything. And again, that might have something to do with the launch timing of the NX and the launch timing of Sonic Mania.
Just port it over.
But Project Sonic 2017 is far enough into 2017, I guess, for the, I'm saying hopefully Sonic Mania is going to come to NX or Wii U or something like that. And maybe it wasn't mentioned because they don't have the timing down yet and they don't want to say anything's official, but because Sonic 2017 is so far out from launch, they can say we're doing NX. Colma has the first comment, and he says, that's a new NX logo we haven't seen. Also, why wasn't Mania announced for NX? I don't know, Colma. I want it to be. I love Sonic. Obviously, his games haven't been great in recent years, or at least I don't think they have. Hopefully, you've enjoyed them. But it seems the general consensus is they haven't been great. But being a old school Sonic fan, I'm more interested in Mania than Project 2017. I'm going to get them both, but I'm more interested in Mania. And I would like to get Mania on a Nintendo platform. So hopefully that will change. It wouldn't be the first time that we've seen a game not announced for a Nintendo system and then confirmed for it later on. Just seems odd that in one event they say one game is coming to NX and they specifically say the other one isn't. So I don't know if it's going to change or not, but hopefully it does. And also, our friend Jules Watcham from Renegade Kid tweeted Sega, and he said, hey, I'll work on bringing this game to 3DS if you want me to. I don't know if anything's going to come of that, but it's there's at least one developer that's willing to handle a port to the 3DS. So keep your fingers crossed. But it was great to see Sega come out and say we're doing an NX game. That's your top stories.
Not bad. Not bad. Not bad.
Not bad. I like that group. Lou, what have you been playing?
I've been playing Civ 5 because I'm getting pumped up for Civ 6.
That's right, yeah.
I'm gonna have to take my next vacation that week. Buy a new computer and 5, Civ 6 and lock myself in my room. I've also been playing with my girlfriend Little Big Planet 3.
Oh.
First day edition, even though it's not the first day.
And how's that going?
Well, she loves it, and she's really good at it, and I'm terrible at it, and I don't like it. Lots of platforming. I'm terrible. I hate it. But I like playing with her, and I have a fun time when I'm playing it with her. But I can't play it by myself. I get too frustrated.
Yes, that's definitely not your type of game to play alone. So
Yeah.
if you have somebody working with you, it helps.
She's really good at it. She loves it. She's awesome at it. So
is that it?
Yes. I wanted to get back into like Elder Scrolls, and but I've just I finished a game of Civ 5, and then I was like, I just started another one, and that's what's been happening. But tonight we're gonna fire up the Xbox 360, and we're gonna tag team Left 4 Dead, because that's a 2-player co-op.
Man,
we could do split
we
screen.
played that so much that just hearing Left 4 Dead makes me feel like I don't. Like if they made a new one, I'd play, but I can't. I've seen the old ones so much, I can't play them anymore.
We did a lot of we never did much of the second one, so that's the one that me and her are gonna do, Left 4 Dead 2.
Well, good.
So
good luck.
Yep,
I wish you good luck.
I'm gonna cook up more hot dogs. We're gonna drink some beers, and
speaking of food,
so
let's do this weirdness.
Should I show it to him the way
the
back end of it first?
yeah, let's do that. Show them the back.
All right, so I was out shopping today, and at a ShopRite, and I was in the snack food aisle, and I came across this on the shelf. This is the way it was facing out on the shelf.
In the IRC. Guess what you think this is? Just guess. If you can't tell because of the camera, it's like greenish bluish, more blue than green. But what do you think that is? I know there's going to be a little delay. I guessed. I was wrong. But this is the second food. You mind if I open it?
Oh, go right ahead. I don't know what these are going to smell like.
Rolf says bonbons. Let's see what they. Well, here, I'll hold one out for you. Dog food. No, video game guru, not dog food.
Oh, it smells like sugar. Just expired cheese. See, Coma, that's what I thought it was at first. You're on the right track.
I guess cheese puffs as well, Coma. I was like, I don't know why they're that color, but I'll guess cheese puffs. All right. They are.
Oh man, it tastes like Lucky Charms.
This is good.
It tastes like marshmallow Lucky Charms.
Yes, Coma. They're cotton candy balls. Sweet and crunchy cotton candy balls. These, I would eat this.
Oh man, they're sweet.
Woo!
Blue cheese puffs, yeah. Oh,
You're right. It tastes like Lucky Charms.
Like just eating the marshmallows with Lucky Charm. Oh man, that's good. That's way better than the Diggity Dog Pringles.
I was gonna say, mix this with some hot dog Pringles. Well, good for you, Lindsay. You were right. Yeah. Put this in a bowl with some milk.
Yeah. So anyway, but the outside was showing first, and I went instantly to it because I was like, why does ShopRite have like these disgusting moldy cheese puffs on the shelf? And then I turned it around and I was like, oh my god, I gotta get these.
Yeah, these hands down, way better. Way better than hot dog Pringles.
Yeah.
Man, I'm glad we did it in this order. Ross says, I would like to try those in hot chocolate. Yeah, that would actually be pretty good. All right. What did I play? It's the only thing I hate about Cheetos.
Colma, I found them at a ShopRite.
You gotta goddamn cheese puffs get stuck in your teeth. So what did I play? What did I play? I know one thing I played specifically. I'm trying to think if there's anything else, but I don't think there's. Well, I played some Bonk with my parents, but
yeah, you bonked with your parents, all right.
But I downloaded Inside on Xbox One, which is only on Xbox One as far as I know. Maybe on PC, but only on Xbox One as far as consoles go. and it's made by the people who did Limbo. So they've been working on this for 6 years. Wow. What? It's exactly my type of game. It's a puzzle platformer, and you're not like jumping on things, or you're not like jumping on enemies or shooting things or anything like that. It's just literally puzzle platforming, you know, organic puzzles, not like put the weird shaped block into the hole or anything like that. It's figuring out how to reach areas and, you know, stuff like that. Woo! What a great game. Holy crap. It's one of the best games I've played in a long time. I think I'd put it, at the very least, I'd put it in my top 50 favorite games of all time. It's amazing. The atmosphere, the graphics, the story, and there's no spoken dialogue at all. The story is told visually through what you play. And there's no like cutscenes where the game pulls away or anything like that. You're seeing everything. It plays out in real time. Man, it is fantastic. I cannot recommend it enough. Hopefully it goes to other platforms. Limbo, I believe, was Xbox 360 exclusive for a while and then eventually came to PS3. So hopefully Inside will eventually come to PS4 and even better, NX. I would love to see that because people need to play this game. And do yourself a favor. Do not watch any videos on it. Do not read the wiki page. Don't go out and find message board threads about it. You don't want anything spoiled because this game has so many twists and turns in it and so many unique things and just so many parts of the experience that you need to experience through playing, not by reading about beforehand. The developers are specifically very cryptic about their games. They were cryptic about Limbo and hardly said anything. I think like the little blurb on Xbox Live Arcade back when Limbo came out said like, it was like one sentence and it was like a boy is lost in Limbo or a boy's on an adventure or something like that. So the less you know about this game, the better. But if you like puzzle platforming, and like I said, it's organic puzzles, it's environmental puzzles. It's not, like esoteric, like weird shapes and designs and, keys and doors and stuff like you find in old adventure games. It's not like that. It's running, jumping, figuring out how to reach stuff and finding secret areas. I cannot recommend it enough, and it gave me an excuse to actually turn on my Xbox One, which I haven't done in forever. There's just, if things come out on two systems, I prefer them on PS4. And as far as exclusives go, there's really nothing on Xbox One where I have Quantum Break. I haven't played it yet, so hopefully next week I'll be able to talk about Quantum Break and tell you that I really enjoyed it. But other than that, my Wii U and my PS4 are the most played. It's pretty even between those two, but Xbox One is very neglected. But I was very happy to have a reason to fire it up. So I played that, and I'm pretty sure that's it. I have so much stuff I need to catch up on as far as playing. There's just not enough time. Still got to finish Doom. That's what I like about Inside. I played it all in one sitting. It took like 3 hours, something like that. I'm going to go back to it again to do some extra stuff, but played in one sitting is nice rather than, I put like 48 hours into this game and I'm still not done yet. As long as I'm enjoying the experience, it's fine. But then I also think about all the other games that I want to play that I haven't even started yet. So that's all I played this week. I'm going to start another new game for next week, so we'll see what it ends up being. I want to play Mighty No. 9 because I have that, and I haven't started that. I know people are kind of iffy on that, but I want to give it a shot. Just not enough time. All right, let's do Twitter question. I'm leaving the IRC because I'm going to try this Twitter question on the Twitter app.
Don't worry, I'll still be in the IRC. I'm not paying attention.
I was very worried. Well, you're too busy looking up like Zorro art porn.
I'm done doing that. I already I finished my business.
All right, so today's Twitter question was, how's your Pokemon Go experience been? Tell us your best, worst, or weirdest experiences thus far. Let's see what you guys had to say.
I got shot.
If I don't read your comment, it's because this damn Twitter thing doesn't work right. Devil Prosecutor says, I don't know. It's not here in Brazil yet. Oh, I'm sorry. Stone Paw says, it's super fun social experience. Easy to find a spot full of people playing it, and it's so fun playing with friends. Big Man Finelli says, just caught a Krabby on my grandpa. I've also had an Nidoran on my daughter, and he includes pictures of both of them. Cube Enigma says, great. Anytime I go out, everyone is playing, and it's always fun to look at someone and say, they're totally playing. Yeah, I know that feeling. It is fun to walk around. Mom, Brain, and I were walking around playing, and we saw people all over the place doing the same thing. Andre says, pretty good. Radishist says, too hot. Too many paras. I haven't seen a lot of paras. It is hot outside. I haven't seen a lot of paras. I've seen a lot of Pidgeys and a lot of Weedles and a lot of...
Goldeen.
I've only seen a couple Goldeen. I caught one. Damn Bunny says, meh. I live in what amounts to a massive cornfield. Nothing but the typical bugs and birds out here. Kind of dull. Yeah, I mean, if you literally live in the middle of nowhere, it's going to be rough going. Adam says, I took down a gym once past sunset, and I heard some guys talking about it close by. Hashtag creepy. Link Triforce says, I'm not a big Pokemon fan, so I wasn't interested in it right away. But after seeing just how many people were playing, I got curious and downloaded it. I haven't played much yet, but it seems interesting. Not totally obsessed so far. Mitchy Mouse says, I haven't tried it. Not a Pokemon person. Mega Jacob F says, finally caught a Pikachu. Saw it on a bus, but game froze and disappeared when I rebooted. Game Gonzalez says, I set up a lure downtown near a bridge. I got 30 people there and slowed down traffic. We saw an Onyx. Ooh. Not on a bus. An Onyx. That was Mega Jacob F. Maximilian says, it's been surprising. I live in the Netherlands, and I didn't think it would be as popular here. Glad that I was wrong. Zbot W says, best experience being able to play it for longer than 5 minutes. Worst experience, people liking it because it's popular. Jesus Christ. Just let people like stuff. Why does it matter why they like it? You know you like it for your legitimate, valid reasons. That's all that matters. Sacred Chaos says, my nearby mall has like 7 Pokestops, and when it's closed, it's still busy as hell. 3Byte Gens says, it's a must-have for Pokemon fans. The idea is good, even when there are only 151 Pokemon. He gives it an A-, or they give it an A-.
It's just the original 151?
The bad servers so far. Or I think it might be 150.
They got Jinx in there? Anybody catching Jinx? She's still around?
Yes, Jinx is in there, yes. I saw one... There's a thing in the corner that tells you like what Pokemon are in the area, and it shows the outlines. Yeah. Jinx was there, but I did not catch them.
Show an outline, huh?
Yes. Conversation between two. SD Sicker says,
hold on, I like this. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
Maflash says, I wonder if you can use Pokemon to go meet single women, like pretending to own a dog or baby.
You can, and there's
to own a baby.
Yes. There's a Pokemon dating site that is integrating Pokemon Go into how you meet other Pokemon fans. So yes, you can actually do that. SD Secure says, worst, still haven't been able to load it. Best, I have been wasting time on other things. Mr. Nintendo says, finally got to go out and play today. App crashes. Go elsewhere and find an Arbok. Click the Arbok to catch it. App crashes. I have not had many crash issues. Radical Defect says, grateful. It's gotten my fiance and I outside and more active. Weirded out by people who go, gotta kill them all. And as Armored Frog says, the only way I got it to work was being on vacation. Back home, it's useless to try since there's nothing around me. Plus, I'm completely out of Pokeballs with no Pokestops near me. Oh, well, yeah, that does suck, because if you're nothing to catch, you can't level up and get more Pokeballs from leveling up. Plus, if there's no Pokestops, you can't get Pokeballs for free, so you have to buy them.
Oh, wow.
Paunchberry says, I went to New York City last week, and everyone was talking about how annoyed they were with the mobs of Go players in Central Park. Yep, people need something to be annoyed about. Coleman says, started out great and amazing, but it's starting to dwindle pretty quick. Steel Diver says, Mega64 has had 2 funny videos about it. That's my experience. Ponyprod WTVY says, I work downtown overnights and see dozens of people out every night playing the game together. Alien Boy VA says, only level 8 so far. It's been too hot lately to play. It's been 90 degrees plus. Luckily,
on the East Coast.
luckily I have a gym and Pokestop in walking distance of my house. Best experience, when the game got first released, I walked around after going out to eat and saw so many people playing. People came up to me and asked if I was playing the game. One guy told me not to take over their gym, which I couldn't even if I wanted to with my weak Pokemon. It's nice to see everyone being so friendly playing the game. And then he shows us his best picture, which is of a Pidgey in a forest. Video Game Guru says, I don't have a phone. I don't have a phone that can run it. There you go. Martin Stuff says, I like it. Sadly, I've hardly had the time or data to fully get into it. Liked what I played, though. And finally, Brian Rose, who is Brian that does, who's BR26, that does the updates on Wednesday and Thursday morning. He says, it's been fun, but there's very few Pokestops in my area, and I'm out of Pokeballs. Maybe time for a break. Yeah, I mean, if you're out of Pokeballs and you don't want to spend money, then you're kind of screwed.
Where are these Pokestops? Who makes Pokestops?
It's all based on Google Maps
traffic and stuff.
Like, quote-unquote popular things are like, quote-unquote notable areas. So, like, on this street here, the Firehouse is one.
Oh, yeah?
And the street right at the beginning, or the sign right at the beginning of the street that says Lebanon, like welcome to Lebanon. It's got the historical facts.
Yeah.
That's one of them too.
Oh, wow.
So you can submit ideas for other ones. They're not taking them anymore. They let people submit ideas for what should be Pokestops. But yeah, so like in Clinton, it's the mill is one. The post office there is one.
Peaburg Mall.
What was that? The Peaburg Mall. I was out there. The mall wasn't.
Starbucks?
Oh, churches are. A lot of churches are. So that church that's right there by the Peaburg Mall was one.
The one like in the middle of the highway?
Yeah.
Like between the two highways?
Yep. Well, you can like when you're driving or walking, your characters in the game, they have a certain radius around them.
So you could drive by that church again.
Yeah, you don't actually have to get out. I'm trying to think of what else is in Clinton. Oh,
there's a library in Clinton, isn't there?
Yes, the library's one. You're right. And the church on, it's not Angela's parents' house. Yeah. That church that graveyard are both stuff. And Angela's new house is right across the street from that church. So
she always got Pokeballs.
Yeah, because I was talking to her about it, and I was like, "Hey, your house is right across the street from the Pokestop." I said, "I'm moving in tomorrow." And she goes, "What's that mean?" So I told her what Pokestops are. And she's like, "Oh, good. I'm glad you told me that." Because she says there's been cars pulling up at all like random hours of people just like sitting outside for 5 minutes and then leaving. She's like, "Oh, now I'm not going to worry anymore." I was like, "No, you're safe. Just weirdos catching Pokemon." That's your podcast for today. That's all we got for you. We got to get back into music, I know, but blame Mom Brain. She's been busy. I don't see any reason why she wouldn't be here next week. So we should be able to get back into music.
You know what? I think I'm going to be here next week, too. But then you're not going to see me for like 2 months.
That's the way I like it. So,
it's not the way I like it.
Yes, I also didn't forget about the answers to your Twitter questions. We are going to go back to that. I just want to wait until we have more people on the crew. So next week, if it's like me, you, Kirby,
I'm off from work. I think I should be able to make it up here.
If it's the four of us at the very least, then yeah, we'll get back into those questions. But I didn't want to do it 2 people or 3 people. No, Louis G. B.A. just brought that up. Louis G. That is a great name. One of my favorite episodes of Parents Play. So that's it. That's your show for today. Thank you for joining us. I hope you had a lovely time, and we will see you next week. Goodbye, everybody.
Yay. Thanks for having us.
All right.
In your homes.
You have a couple minutes for after show if you want to say anything.
Well, I've had, like I said, it's been a shit ton of people at work, like playing it, and then we got like kids, or people younger than us playing it, but then like also like people play. I'm like, you have fucking like 4 kids and you're a mom, like, and you're running around playing Pokemon. Kids, go
play. Mommy's got something to do.
Yeah, go play.
Pagan Bits has a question that you can answer.
Oh yeah.
Are you not in the IRC?
I'm it. Oh.
Pagan Bits.
I wrote that before. It's the George poster.
Yeah, it's the George.
Dropping the limes. Yeah.
But the best part about that whole thing is that I got that from Lube years before that turned into a meme. Like, it's not now, if anybody sees this, they're like, oh, they got that meme thing. But no, that's not the case. We have the actual real poster
from the ad campaign by George.
Long before the internet ever saw it or did anything with it. Like Lube said, legitimately years we've had this, and then
I got
out
that
of nowhere started to pick up
in
on the internet.
2009. I got that.
I'll never forget that. Actually,
From
seeing it
Walmart.
online, I was
And-
like, oh my god!
And I thought it was the stupidest, funniest thing that I stole it from work and brought it to Rummy Cowboy's house, to the original warehouse,
Well, clearly you
because
were
I
right.
thought it was just that great.
Yeah, that's how long ago it was, because we were at my parents' house still. We hadn't moved into the apartment, so
It was 2009.
Lube was way ahead of the game on that one.
Yeah.
Way ahead of it. Oh, that's George. Now you know. He used to be on every podcast.
What's that? I've
Now
never,
we're cleaning up down here. Mom Brain was cleaning up, and now he's resurfaced. So
I've
he's
never
back.
heard of George. Yeah, I don't know what the meme is. Is it like just George meme, or is it like dropping limes meme, or?
Yeah, I don't know what the official name is, but I haven't played the Splatfest, but I'm Team Cali all the way. I mean, there's no question. Team Cali. There's no other choice. There's no other choice. You excited for the pay-per-view tomorrow?
I am excited.
So much has changed. SmackDown's live now.
Oh wow!
They did a draft. Roman Reigns has been out for a drug suspension, and he comes back for the first time tomorrow, and he's fighting for the belt.
How do you guys feel about the attempted coup in Turkey? I don't have a lot of information on that to tell you how I feel.
I was going to say, if you're going to ask one of us, ask Lube. So, I mean, I know about it, but I don't know enough to give you an opinion on it. But I've been so normally I read news every day. I put time aside at late at night to read some news. But I've been so busy, extra busy with the Pokemon Go stuff, because that just, with as big as it is, I have, the Wii was certainly big, and it was bigger than Pokemon Go, but that was like somewhat of a build-up. Pokemon Go was literally like day one, boom, it's here, let's go. And it's been crazy. And like, there's all kinds of news about it, and all kinds of stories, and all kinds of people and outlets talking about it that never talk about video games. It's been insanity. And like we were saying, the poor guy was killed. There's been people being robbed. Some guy was trespassing at a stadium and was climbing a fence and ended up slipping and impaled his leg on the fence trying to go catch something. Like, it's all kinds of crazy, and it's nonstop all day. It's nuts. So that's had me extra busy. So yeah, I haven't had my time to catch up. Like, as far as news goes this week, the only thing I've really been able to keep tabs on is the Republican National Convention, which is obviously over now. But outside of just that basic politics stuff, I haven't really been keeping tabs. So I need some time to see what the hell's been going on. Well, that's your after show. We're done. The show's done exporting. That's all we got for you. So like I said, hopefully next week we'll have some music for you. My favorite part of the show. And you can send your songs to gnpodcastmusic@gmail.com. As many as you want. And that's it. We will see you next week. Goodbye. Have a great weekend. Goodbye, everybody.
Stay cool if you're on the East.